Hello friends and welcome back. So in the previous video we have seen what is parallel resonance. Okay, now we will discuss various parameters related to the parallel resonance. So we have already seen one parameter which is called as dynamic impedance, means the impedance of the circuit during resonance condition, and we have derived its formula. So what is ZD L upon RC. So this is your dynamic impedance. Now we will try to plot graph for this dynamic impedance. How impedance of the circuit is changing during resonance, before resonance, during resonance and after resonance. So suppose on x-axis we are taking the frequency, and here on y-axis we are taking the impedance, and suppose this is your resonance condition. So at this point your frequency is equal to resonant frequency. Okay, now if you go on increasing the frequency from 0, you will find out that your graph will look like this. So here you will observe that if I go on increasing the frequency, what happens? Your impedance is initially less. So as soon as I go on increasing the frequency, your impedance starts to increase. And when you reach the resonance condition, when your frequency is equal to resonant frequency, your impedance is maximum. Dynamic impedance becomes maximum. And then after this point, if you further increase the frequency, your impedance will go on decreasing. Okay, so if you look at this graph, what you will find out? The impedance, dynamic impedance of the circuit at the resonance condition is maximum. If you go on plotting the current curve, it will look like this. So this red color indicates your current curve and black color indicates your impedance curve. So what you can see, initially impedance is less, so current will be maximum. As now impedance is go on increasing, current will go on decreasing like this. At this point impedance is maximum, so current will be minimum, and after this point impedance is decreasing, so current will go on increasing like this. So the exactly opposite is the case with current. When impedance is maximum, current will be minimum. So in this way you can draw current curve and impedance curve for parallel resonant circuit. Okay, now next parameter is phase difference. So here we will study how your phase difference is changing when you are changing the supply frequency. So here on x-axis you will take frequency. Okay, now your phase difference may be positive or negative, so we will take two y-axis, positive and negative y-axis, indicating positive phase difference and negative phase difference. Okay, now we will change the frequency from 0 towards infinity. So what you will observe, inductive reactance and capacitive reactance will change. Now what is XL and XC? So these are the equations. So this indicates that XL is directly proportional to frequency and XC is inversely proportional to frequency. Okay, so if suppose this is your resonant frequency, what you will observe, initially circuit is inductive. So what happens? Your phase difference will be negative. Then if you go on increasing the frequency, your phase difference will reduce and you will get the curve like this. Okay, so now there are three possibilities over here. So we can divide the graph into three parts. So here you can observe that when your frequency is less than resonance, your circuit is inductive type in nature. Okay, so what is your phase angle? Your phase angle will be negative. Okay, when you reach at resonance condition, your phase angle becomes 0 degree. Okay, so your circuit will be purely resistive, and if you further increase the frequency, your phase angle will be positive. So what does this indicate? Circuit is capacitive in nature. And why this is happening? This is because XL is directly proportional to frequency and XC is inversely proportional to frequency. So initially frequency is less. Okay, so XL will be less. So inductive current will be more. So your circuit is inductive in nature. So initially you will get negative phase angle like this. If you go on increasing the frequency, the effect of inductive current goes on decreasing, so circuit becomes inductive during this. Okay, and at this resonance condition your circuit will be neither inductive nor capacitive, it will be purely resistive. If you further increase the frequency, your circuit becomes capacitive and you will get the positive phase angle like this. At this time your XC will be higher. Okay, so therefore For this much duration, your circuit is inductive in nature. At resonance, your circuit is resistive in nature, and after this point, your circuit goes in capacitive mode. Okay, so in this way, you can plot the graph for phase difference phi at multiple frequencies. Now, at resonance condition, we know that the phase difference between circuit is purely resistive, so the phase difference between voltage and current is 0 degree. So value of phi is 0 degree at resonance condition. Okay, so your waveforms for voltage and current will look like this. So here you can see that both your voltage and current will start from 0 degree and they will end at 2 pi, means 360 degree. So red color indicates voltage, black color indicates current, and since phase difference between them is 0 degree, hence they are in phase with respect to each other. Now this is diagrammatic representation. We can also write equations for them. Okay, so what are the standard equation of voltage and current? So voltage is Vm sine of omega t and current is Im sine of omega t, and always you have to subtract their starting point. Okay, so what is starting point for voltage? 0 degrees. And what is the starting point for current? Again 0 degrees. Okay, so what you are getting? Vm sine of omega t and Im sine of omega t. Now what is omega? 2 pi f. So what is your equation? Vm sine of, and omega is 2 pi f, but since we are at resonance condition, instead of f we will take fr into t. So this is your voltage equation. Similarly, your current equation is Im sine of 2 pi fr into t. Okay, so in this way you can represent voltage and current in diagram as well as in equation. And again we can also find out the power factor of this circuit. Now what is power factor? Cos phi. So what is the phase difference over here? There is 0 degree phase difference, so cos of 0 is nothing but 1. Okay, so at resonance condition the power factor of the circuit is unity. For parallel resonance circuit, power factor is always unity, and this is also one of the condition. When your circuit power factor is unity, then only resonance can occur. Okay, so these are some of the parameters related to parallel resonant circuit. Again few parameters are remaining, we will see them in the next part. Okay, so the link for next part is available in description. Thank you very much for watching this. If you are having any doubts, difficulties, please comment in the chat box. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.